there's the problem, and then there's some solutions. And we've talked about this quite a bit, and the disproportionate effect that the pandemic has had on minority communities. Can you just outline what the biggest problems are in terms of why it's happening there, and what are the best ways you think for society to address this?
I think this pandemic has laid bare what many in the health circles and government circles have known, that there's gross disparities in health. There's a health disparity. When I was mayor, we did a very comprehensive life expectancy health assessment for the entire city, and the life expectancy from one zip code to the next was as far as 20 years difference in life expectancy. And that is astonishing. So when you think about all of the people, the minority, the Blacks, people of color, people who are vulnerable economically, are working on the front lines, those are the same people that are having the health challenges. So the health disparities is a big issue, and the income inequality has also impacted minority families disproportionately.
I mean, food insecurity, it seems like that would be one of the first things that we should. It doesn't seem, obviously, it's going to take funds, it's going to take resources, but it seems simple that's what we need to take care of first in a situation like this.
One of the big detriments or obstacles to good health that we found was the food deserts. I was probably the first mayor to hire a food czar that really worked on food policy. And we saw that about 25% of the children in our city were living in food deserts. And that is a big problem. And we also know that many families depend on schools for their children's meals. That's why we had such a robust program for meals during the summer. So there's so many challenges. The social safety net for so many families is becoming very weak because of this pandemic, and that's why it is important for us to get a handle on it. And that's why I'm excited. This is a convention week, and I'm excited to see what Vice President Biden and Senator Harris have in store, because they understand how important it is to take real responsibility for this pandemic so we can get our economy back on track and make sure our citizens are safe and healthy.
You know, Stephanie, minority businesses are more affected as well, more severely affected by the pandemic. Studies have shown that seems like a long-term fix that we're looking for there, whether it's, I don't know, more seed capital, easier access to loans, banks that might be more open to funding minority-owned businesses. Is that part of your thinking as well?
Absolutely. And you've really outlined many of the obstacles that minority businesses face. Many face difficulties dealing with traditional banks. Many don't have the resources that others, that the majority companies have access to wealth outside of, what most people have is just their home or credit cards. So when you start from behind and you have something like the pandemic that has made every business, well, just about every business weaker, you really have a disproportionate impact on minority communities.